more like hamster in a cage if the hamster's got indigestion.
Wow.
18 years.
Very much bad. The rescue vehicle needs rescuing. I love this truck.
I do too. Well, it's self-filling, right?
The plugs.
This is definitely the happiest I've been all day.
Watch, it's gonna blow my hair. Yeah. I'm scared now. We'll take it. We built this truck 6 years ago in 2019, and we have taken it on countless rescue missions and road trips. It's been on power tour like 3 times, 3,000, 4,000 miles per trip, and then sick week twice as like a tool truck, you know, like they're to help our friends who are drag racing. We've taken it on road trips like when we went to get Elias' truck, the kids' truck. It is such a great pickup. It's just got the small block 350 Chevy crate motor in it, and nothing is perfect. You know, we've got all kinds of little tinkery things that need to be done on this truck, but overall it's such a good one. And it's gonna get a little action today.
Now let's see how stuck in the mud it is.
Yay! Woohoo! We've already gathered this pile of tools and rescue junk that we need. Hopefully it's everything we need to rescue this truck. We shall see.
Time to load some tools up. I've already got our fuel tank loaded up. We're taking an extra. Stop and fill that up with gas, and we need to get some of this junk out of here from working on the Peterbilt and load new tools up. So here we go.
Trouble this morning. I usually wear contacts, but this morning I had to put my glasses on because my eyes were bugging me. So I'm 4 eyes today.
She's trying to look smart like me.
Doesn't work with me. I'm still a doofus. We got GoPros. We got tools.
Yep. So here's what we're doing. I'm backing out of the driveway. No, that's not what I was going to tell you. What we're doing is we've got a storage shed at our lake house and a tree that just came down. Here at this property, we've got all kinds of junk that we've accumulated over the years that we want to get out of here. And so I started looking for something that would haul lots of stuff, something with sides on it, you know, that we could just really pile it up and then go dump it somewhere. So, I don't know if you've looked at dump trailers recently, but those jokers are expensive even when they're in terrible condition. So we have an alternative, and you'll see that here pretty quickly after we get some gas and hit the highway.
Okie dokie, we're at our first gas stop, and my hair is very tangly now from all the wind, so I'm gonna pop my contacts in and get my hair back and put a dang hat on for the rest of this trip because it's warm enough that got to have the windows down. It's summertime. Another fun thing about today is that it is our 18-year wedding anniversary. Yesterday was his birthday, and today is our wedding anniversary. So here we are. We thought maybe this year that we wouldn't work, that we would just like relax and not do anything. But yesterday we worked. We worked in our new shop and then filmed most of the day, and then I edited late into the evening. We actually did go have a yummy dinner at a local seafood place that was great. But then came home, edited until late, finished yesterday's episode, and then this morning it is our anniversary and we are working. You know what the cool thing is? We're doing what we love. And while adding the element of the fact that it is our job and that we have to film everything and we have to remember, you know, all the different elements of that this is our business, it is so much fun, and we have y'all to thank. Like, we would rather be doing this than just sitting at home and relaxing. Like, we're really bad at that. So this is exactly where we want to be, and we're so thankful for it. And we're also really insanely thankful for 18 years of marriage, 24 years together. Dang. Okay, we just got here to the truck. It's a dang old dump truck, and we need it. I am rather obsessed. Their driveway looks like ours. Mud. Oh my goodness. This thing is primo. Aaron's first walk around of it.
Tires are holding there. We got a flat one on the inside there.
Oh, who
That's
cares?
not going to slow us down. It's got air brakes. I didn't expect that.
Dude, so is this a C60?
I believe it's C70.
C70. I mean, they just drove it into this spot. The guy that we walked up on had been tinkering with it. He said the owner's going to be here shortly.
Let's see if the brakes do anything.
You want to crank it up?
Yeah.
Dude.
Got some
Air
kind of
brakes. Heck yeah. So
I
good.
said it's got some kind of brakes. That's good.
Man. And then what cubic inch is this big block? Is it a 460?
427.
427. Heck yeah.
You know anything about it? It's been sitting a long time.
This tank here, this tank had rust in it, which the line was undone and it was washed out and blown out, but never reconnected. The tank that is behind the bench seat here, I don't know anything about that tank,
Yeah.
and obviously you see that it's hard to kind of get to, but the selector switch to switch between them is
Yeah.
right here.
So great. Same dash as Garfield. Got a little AC unit in here. Wow. Okay, yes, there was not much to need confirming on this truck. We adore it. It is so awesome. We brought a boat fuel tank, and actually Stuart had this in the shop, and he was like, y'all take that with us, with you, because Aaron was going to buy one. So this is Stuart's boat fuel tank that we brought, and we're just going to run the truck off it. They had been running it on a small fuel tank under the hood just to bypass the old rusty tanks, but the current owner was telling us stories all about the truck, that it's lived in East Texas its whole life, so we're excited to tell y'all the story of that. But dang, it's cool.
It's heavy when you put much gas in it.
Yeah,
A scrawny
exactly.
boy like me. Hose rigged up. I don't think that's going to reach.
I love the way the bed curls over the cab. These booger welds, so good.
Hey, got our gas here. About to crank this thing up. Some neutral now.
Okay, we are making our way out of here now, y'all. Dang.
Okay, Emily's getting turned around. And then we will try to back out of here. Get on the road.
We talked to the neighbor, and or I'm not sure, maybe that's family, and she was like, it's nice to get stuff out of this yard. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be in our yard now. But we love it. Man, this dang thing's gonna be awesome.
No emergency brake. On the Peterbilt, we've got parking chambers, which is it's a brake chamber that holds steady pressure on it all the time. Then you apply air pressure to it to release the spring that's holding the brake pads down. This one's got no mechanical parking brake. which is probably a hub on the drive shaft, and you just pull a cable. It's obviously not working, but the air brakes do work. I tried them. So this has got a 2-speed rear end, which we're not going to use, I think. We'll just leave it in high range. A little nervous to start flipping switches. It's nice to know it doesn't have parking chambers in case I break down. Emily can tow me. This might be in low range. It's moving very easily for such a heavy truck on a little big block. I say little big block. Car guys are like, oh, it's a big block. But I'm a truck guy, so to me that's small. Alright. Runs pretty rough. I think I heard a valve kind of acting up. I'll find it eventually. I doubt any of the gauges work. Well, the oil pressure works, and we have good oil pressure. We have good air pressure. These tires are obviously very old and rotted, but this is a type of wheel that takes a tube, so I'm not as concerned about it. If it was just a tire that's counting bead, backfire.
Oh my gosh, the backfires are really real.
I'd be more concerned, but being that it's got a tube, we're not worried about a big giant blowout.
Wow! God, those backfires are so wild. Tyler, the guy that was wrenching on it when we got there, he said that it's got a misfire, so that backfire might possibly. Oh my god! Oh.
Well, we're going. We're in 5th gear. I don't know. It seems like the transmission's in low range. I mean, that we're in is in low range. Because we're only doing about 20 miles per hour. Every time I shift, this thing backfires something fierce. It's kind of shocking. We're moving. We'll just pull off every chance we get to let people go by. Pop. Nothing's up with that. It's kind of acting like the distributor cap might have a crack in it or something, letting some electricity bleed to the wrong cylinder.
We've been looking at dump trailers because we have a lot of cleanup we need to do at home. For us, like making decisions to spend money, we need to make decisions to spend money on things you guys will watch. Like, nobody's going to make a video about a dump trailer. Well, we're not going to. Going to pick up a dump trailer. Not exciting. Going to pick up an awesome old dump truck? Absolutely. And it's so cool that you guys watch our videos and this can be our job. Like, yeah, bad to the bone. We're so excited about this.
Painfully slow. I just did a very slight upgrade and I am having a downshift. Oh boy, it's gonna take some work. Whatever, what else do I have to do? I don't drink, I don't party, so I might as well work on some stuff. Ow! It ain't like 5th gear, man. So pull off here and let some people by. Well, eventually, I guess I'm just gonna have to pull out and walk up traffic because, dude, man, it's like church just let out or something. Try to take off in 2nd gear here. I don't know if it's got the horse ponies to do it. More like hamster in a cage. If the hamster's got indigestion. Let's try this.
got a Scenic stop here
Yeah.
at the little chapel, the College Mountain United Methodist Church. Oh, I grew up United Methodist. I love that. So, and Aaron did too, of course, because he went to church with me.
We met in church.
We met at church, absolutely. So he was just telling me this thing is a dog.
Yeah, it'll barely get out of its own way. But I think we got a distributor cap or something that has a crack in it, because when you let off the throttle, man, it pops. Like it is a, yeah.
We've been hearing it. It sounds like gunshots.
Really not much to look at. We're just waiting for all this traffic to leave. Looks like the highway stacked up and everybody decided it was better to go through small towns.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We rig up a GoPro on this truck and
I say
ease
we
on home.
renew our vows.
Oh yes.
Because it's our 18-year anniversary and we're in front of a pretty little truck.
What am I supposed to say?
I'll be there for you, you'll be there for me.
I did, I do, and I will.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Done.
I love you.
Renewed. 18 years.
We got another 70 or so to go. My grandparents, we got married on their wedding anniversary. Today is their 72nd.
Yeah,
That's so freaking awesome.
that's right.
That's goals.
Yes, it is. Goals for sure.
Yeah.
I love the star on the door.
Dude, it was a Texaco truck. It's
Yeah.
so freaking cool. I love it.
Okay, so we got about 40 miles to drive, and we only got about probably, I would say, 10 hours of sunlight left, so we should get on the road.
I gotta call Aaron. I just heard something. I don't know if he'll answer or not, but. Hey, babe. Okay, so around that last corner, did you blow an airline? Are you aware? I heard a and then it's going at the back of the truck still. I think we might have blown an airline or something. You got full air pressure? Oh, all the tires look intact. But I heard a big and then I hear as you move. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Love you back. Very much bad. That big sound I heard? It was me. I blew a tire. I'm on the side of the road. Aaron kept going. He probably didn't know I pulled off. Okay, I'm gonna try to drive real slow and limp it to a driveway. I'm on the side of the road, which is not a good place. Golly! It is bad. Check it out. Do I try to limp it? There's a driveway right there. I think I try to limp it to that driveway where I'm safer. Do not like being on the side of the road right here. Definitely don't want to mess up my wheel. Definitely don't have a spare. The rescue vehicle needs rescuing.
Well, we're on the side of the road, but not for the reasons you'd think. Emily just called me And she is down the road about a mile, blew a tire on Garfield. The last thing I would think would go wrong. Truck's got brand new tires. She must have picked up a nail, and then it got so low that it popped it. So I'm waiting to see. Last time I talked to her, she said a farmer was coming up to ask her a question. So hopefully he's got a place we can leave Garfield. We can lock the boxes up. Hopefully this will make it home. Then we can hook onto the car hauler, come back, get Garfield. So I don't know. We'll see what this day holds. Hey, so we're turning around. See if we can go find Emily. Come on, baby. What a day. Now, I was thinking about that backfiring. There's a chance that is some real bad vacuum leaks.
The farm person, it was a woman, and she just smiled at me, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go knock on this door and check in with these folks because I'm parked right by a house. So, yeah.
I can turn around here without running over somebody's fence. Well, we lost air pressure. Huh. One of my brake chambers must be leaking. All right, let's try to get back there now.
Okay, well, I can't get an answer at the house. There's a pickup in the drive or in the carport there, but maybe someone's home and they don't want to come to the door, or maybe nobody's home. Super sweet little house, though. I'm sure they're really sweet people. So I'm gonna get the truck and just kind of leave it here. I dropped Aaron a pin, so he's on his way back here. I think I'll leave a note on their door. I'll do that. I'll make a note and leave it on their door, and then we'll plan to come back and get the rescue truck. Rescue the rescue truck. There's my savior. Oh my God. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's bad. Just wonder what happened. It's a brand new tire.
Both my airbags are up, and
It doesn't rub anyways.
no, it all of a sudden just went a big loud. I literally thought it was a hose on that truck.
I mean, the thing is, with this truck, even with it aired all the way out, it doesn't rub. So it wasn't that. It wasn't like the airbags sat down.
It was a big loud pow sound,
You ran over something in the road that popped it.
and then it was going.
So you knocked on this door and
Yeah, nobody came to the door. I knocked on the front and where the carport is. So I'm writing him a note.
yeah. And let's put a note on this truck as well.
Okay. I love these people. Okay, I left them a note. All right, Garfield. You threw us for a loop here, friend. But, okay. Dump truck to the rescue. I think I need to get in on the other side.
Yeah, you're gonna have to crawl over. I got a bunch of stuff there.
I think I'll get in on his side. This is an adventure. Oh, you get to have your sweetie snuggled up right next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't blow any tires on this rig.
I literally thought it was you the whole time.
Yeah.
I really did. I was like, oh, he blew an airline.
Nope.
That was loud. And it was behind me.
Yep.
Bye, Garfield. Oh my gosh.
20 miles an hour all the way home.
Yeah.
We got 22 miles, so an truck actually drives really good. Like the steering feels nice. The brake cans are worn out, so it bleeds all the air pressure off if you hold on the brakes very long. You just kind of have to stab them. But we got to get it home. We'll fix it when we get there.
I love this truck.
I do too.
What's cool is it feels like a C10 when you're inside.
Yeah.
You're just taller.
Surprisingly, it rides pretty good and it steers really good. Like, it's not crazy worn out. I'm showing 70,000 miles. That might be accurate if it lived on a farm.
Okay, I hope the audio is decent. What the guy was telling us, his nickname that he's had his whole life is Tug, like a tugboat. I love that nickname. So Tug was telling us that this truck started its life out in Terrell, Texas, as a Texaco truck. So it was a tanker truck. And then a family that owned a farm bought it, and they used it to haul cattle. They put a fifth wheel, and he said the fifth wheel is still underneath this bed. They used it out on the farm.
I think he said it was a gooseneck.
Yeah, sorry, fifth wheel, gooseneck.
Yeah.
I was interchanging the two, but yes, gooseneck. And then his father-in-law, who is still the owner, he was selling it for his father-in-law, so he said he's an awesome dude. And hi, if you're watching this. But he bought it, and then he put the dump bed on it, and he used it for a lot of years with the dump bed. So it's just awesome that this thing's been in use for all these years. This title was issued in 2007. So, yeah.
They've had it almost 20 years.
Well, we got married in 07.
Yeah.
So
18 years.
18 years, because it's our 18th anniversary.
There's the fence I almost took out when my brakes didn't work backing up.
Lovely.
These guys know because I was recording at the moment. It was a fun experience.
Fun.
So you hear the brakes just bleeding all the air off?
Yes, I do. Honestly, that's what I thought happened to something, was that you blew a brake, or blew a airline, because that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Man, that is so trippy. Poor Garfield.
Yeah. I've never heard a more violent backfire in my life.
They're so loud.
It is pretty funny.
Oh my god. We're about to roll into town, y'all.
I think we made it.
I mean, we don't have any wood to knock on, but it's just right over there. Home is.
We made it close enough to where all our friends are, so we can get a tow if we need to.
Oh my god. I adore this truck.
Oh, it's pretty awesome.
The more we talk about it, the more we think that Donna, the dump truck, is pretty fitting.
Yeah.
I texted Kaylee, who is our right-hand person in life. She's kind of our accounts manager, personal assistant. She does everything for us that we need done that is adulting that we don't want to do. And I told her, I sent her a picture of the mud flap, and I was like, it says Donna on there, and I think Donna the dump truck is pretty perfect. She said, oh, Donna sounds like a name. She's a big old girl. She's got a beer and a cigarette in one hand. You don't mess with Donna. I said, I think that's pretty fitting. So, what do y'all think? Donna the dump truck? You like it? I think it's pretty fun.
They're gonna call the cops on us.
They're gonna call the cops.
Hopefully they don't give anybody a heart attack.
Yeah. It ricochets off the building. We made it, y'all.
Yep.
Dang. Well, I would say we made it in one piece, but Garfield would not agree. Garfield would say, well, we didn't all make it. So, the adventure continues. Go get the tool truck. And then we'll get to resume work on this. All right, we're about to come up on Garfield. Oh, there's somebody home now at the house. Good.
And they brought me and the kids home.
Oh,
and
that's
then
so
they went back
sweet.
and helped him pull it.
Oh, see, that's how people are.
Well,
Good
you
folks.
don't kind of much anymore.
I know, but I believe they're still out there.
Well, they got it moved awful fast.
I know, he's driving it on this blown up tire,
Oh my.
but he's about to load it on the trailer all by himself, so I better go help him.
Well, you sure better.
Thank you so very much.
Yes.
Come this way. You got it, you got it. A little bit more. That's good. Well, that lady was super sweet. I knocked on the door and she came right away and she was like, I saw your note. It's all good. She was so sweet. Yep. Good people out there. Okie dokie. Garfield is strapped down and safe.
Yep.
It's rare that we put something on the trailer. Usually
Very
we'll get
rare.
something running and then we're like, you know, we don't use trailers. But we don't have a spare for this truck. So it's just kind of like, put it on the trailer and just get it home. And we're excited to get back to the dump truck. So.
We never finished the story about what happened to it.
Oh, right. Yes.
When we were in, what is the state we were in?
Georgia?
Georgia. We were in Georgia. And we had just built the truck and the panhard bar broke loose. Our welds were bad or something. And we had someone reach out, really nice gentleman. And we went to his shop and we welded it, but he only had a flux core welder. And I was bent up in there under the bed. It was on the ground. We didn't have a lift or anything. And I welded it, and that's been 5 or 6 years ago. And I think it finally broke loose again.
6 years. 2019.
So, thinking it broke loose, and now it's time to pull the bed off and do some real nice welding under there.
I like this RPM. The rattle went away.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're going to take this thing on home and see y'all when it's dump truck time again. Well, our anniversary adventures just keep on coming. God.
There's nowhere to pull off, so we're just like stuck here.
No shoulder. Oh my heavens. All right, found a shoulder.
Let's see what it is.
Golly. Well, another sidewall said goodbye.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Another new tire.
Yeah, this trailer has new tires on it. Thankfully we have a spare. Can I iron it? Yeah, feels like it does. My gracious. Oh Lord. Ooh, that Joker is toasty.
Yes, it is.
Holy cow.
When I flopped it over, it was still smoking.
We just had a young man named Lane stop by in his dropped F-150. And he says he watches our video. So Lane, I'm sure you're watching this. Thanks for stopping. We appreciate you so much. Says he's building a square body ramp truck. Rad. Good stuff. Lots of good folks in this world, I tell you.
They've all been good so far.
Really?
Yep.
Dang.
45 pounds in all of them.
Made it home. What a day.
Straight across center of lug, 11 and a quarter. 11 and a quarter.
What?
Those all fit on there. Yep.
These are the tires we just took off of Optimus Grime.
Yeah.
That were decent tires, but
Yeah,
not
that
ones we rented a run.
That one's rough, but we've got, I know we have 4 really nice ones. And these are 22.5s, which is better than what's on here. These are a 20-inch rim, and these things are just getting pretty hard to find. And plus, I'm not a fan of split rims. I don't know if you guys have messed with those. They were little before my time, but I've heard the stories that they were very dangerous. So we're gonna do away with that and put those buds on it. These aren't split rims back here. So we'll probably put the 4 really nice ones that we have and then get 2 decent steer tires for the front. You know, like a 11R 22.5 or something like that. Either way, we'll get it figured out. Let's glance real quick at our distributor. Oh, that's an HEI. So we'll go get an HEI cap, rotor, plug wires. That's an old Carter, also known as Edelbrock. But Carter's who originally made it. We'll check for vacuum leaks on that.
Need plugs and wires, probably.
You know, and that backfiring, I'm just kind of hopeful, wishing that the timing's off a little bit in the ignition system, and that the cap's broken or plug wires are messed up. That can also be caused by the timing chain being worn out and possibly jumped a tooth. So, but even if we have to, that's not a big deal. Rip the front of that engine apart. Go.
Got a cool jar down there.
Yeah.
Wow.
You want to lift the bed before we go to the store?
Sure. I want to do whatever you want to do, boy.
I kind of want to see it go up.
Oh my gosh. It's so smooth.
Could be getting close to the second stage now.
Dude, this thing is so... I've honestly never been this close to a dump truck going up before. This is so freaking cool. Oh my gosh. It amazes me that this thing is fully functional and it was $2,000. Like, I know it's rough around the edges, but dude, this is so cool. I'm not sure if that could be any cooler.
Dude, it works like a champ too.
Dude, it's sick.
It's gonna be really nice. We have so much cleanup to do around here, and that is just gonna make our life easier. Oh, and it's got a safety in there too. Now it's a rod. When you get it up, you can swing that down or swing it down that way, and it'll hold it up so you can work on it.
When you're emptying it.
Yep. And here's the 2-speed we're in. That's probably why it's not working.
Oh,
Let's see the little motor on the side that switches it from.
let me see.
It'll have low range, and they'll switch it to high range.
That is so cool.
So you can split the gears kind of like on the big truck. That's the pump for the bed. So that rattling noise was that drive
That
shaft
big rod
coming
there.
back to it.
Yeah.
It's probably worn out. So cool, man. For 2,000 bucks, can't really go wrong. Sweet, let's go get some plugs and wires.
We just got fixed up with a handful of parts at our favorite parts store, of course, O'Reilly. And we have to figure out what we want to do today. It's like 5:30. And I was like, well, we could go to like dinner, but we just ordered food for pickup. So we may end up eating at the shop with the truck. Who knows? Here we are. This is our anniversary dinner. We're at our new shop location, which we're not moving out of our home shop, like Flying Sparks Garage, where it all started. We're still going to be working in that shop, but we're renting a new space that we can work on our big projects in, because we cannot get the big boat, the race trailer, the Peterbilt, the dump truck, the other things that are large that we've purchased that we need to be working on. We can't get them in our home shop. So we have a new space. If you haven't watched the episode before last, go check it out so you can get a full tour. But that's where we are.
Yes, so romantic.
It's just so romantic.
Okay, it's time to clean up this baby. We got some work we want to do on the dump truck, so we're going to come right in here. This is still not the project that we alluded to on the last video that we're super excited about. It's going to be in this baby. This dump truck came up like last minute. Like,
Yesterday.
Yeah, like 12 hours before we actually picked it up, I found it. So for the meantime, we're going to use this baby to put some new tires on it, to put spark plug wires, spark plugs, distributor cap, and try to figure out why it's backfiring and running so terrible. So let's clean it up, get stuff organized, move the truck in.
I love cleaning.
Yes, I love that she loves cleaning.
Woo!
'Cause I love making messes.
The man that owns this building, his last name is Reeves, just like ours. And he had a sign business, so these are signs that go up on his billboards. Or went up on his billboards. That's fantastic.
Decent chance I just ran out of gas right here.
Oh, you didn't kill it. Shoot.
Thanks, Stuart, for the gas. We'll go fill it up in a minute.
Want to dump some in the carb?
No, it's a boat pump.
Oh,
I can prime it up like a boat.
oh, that is so funny.
Just go now.
Stop it. That's so amazing. He primed it, hand primed it. Don't die. You got this, dude. Dude.
Fits easily.
There's actually a lot of space left in here.
Yeah.
Aaron can't stand it.
It's pretty hot in here, but I'm going to pull that cap off and see if that's causing a problem.
Cool.
That's probably still good. Oh, that wasn't on. That one was too. It's off. One of those will be tack and one will be power wire. Ooh, that compressor's real hot. It looks like it's been replaced. And it works good. As leaky as my brakes are, it's
Pumping the air.
it's doing okay. Okay. Looks better than I wanted it to look. Oh, it feels okay. That doesn't mean we don't have some bad. Well, I mean, I'm assuming that spark plug right down there is pretty bad, considering it's all taped up.
Oh my gosh. He mentioned a miss.
Yeah, he
A
said there.
misfire.
Yeah, and he was right.
Yeah.
It's got one. Okay, I'll just pull it all the way off. I think I'll buy a coil too. These never go bad, so maybe I'm wasting my time, but I don't know. I'd just like to have it all in decent shape. This is not a toy. This is a tool that we need to use. Carburetor could not be seated perfectly, and that could cause a vacuum leak. That will certainly cause it to backfire. There's usually a very large vacuum cap on the back when you're not running brake boosters. And it's got a plug in it. And those are the only two vacuum caps.
Do you like your workstation cleaned off?
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah. And there's so much space, it's going to take me a while to junk it up to where I can't have surface space.
I believe in you. I'm pretty sure you'll be pretty quick at it.
Yeah. Hating on me on our anniversary.
No, I said I believe in you, babe.
Oh.
There we go. Got him. Burning really rich, I think. Super black. Threads are a little oily, but it's not oiling on the very end threads. There we go. Turn the flash on, that's better. Aaron will tell us when he gets out, but I believe that's pretty rich. Romeo 44 Tango.
Well, it's getting a lot of fuel. It's very rich. It's not oil fouled though, at least not on that one. That is an extremely cold spark plug. We'll see how far down in there.
In the porcelain?
Yeah, the porcelain's just way down in there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really cold plug. So I wonder if that's even the right plugs. R44T AC Delco. AC Delco, that might be the original spark plug. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
5/8 worked great.
Yeah, I mean, we're not getting any parts until the morning, so we're pretty much done here.
I can't believe it's in this shop.
I can't believe we own it.
I can't believe it drove home. It rescued the rescue vehicle.
Yeah.
Or it rescued the rescue vehicle
Yeah.
driver.
Mhm.
What a freaking crazy day.
Yeah, the truck that we put like 3,000 miles on this year broke down on
yeah.
the 24 mile trip to go get this.
The local trip.
Yeah.
Local rescue mission.
Yep.
But I'm thankful for that. Thank you, Garfield.
Yeah, Garfield's a great truck. Just had a bad day.
Everything needs a little love here and there and
Yeah.
little tweaks.
So, I mean, we had a good day. We went and we bought a truck cheap. I mean, $2,000 for a running, driving dump truck.
Crazy.
We blew a tire on the tow vehicle, possibly broke loose the rear differential. Went and picked it up, saved it, blew a tire on the trailer. Then we got the shop cleaned out, brought this over here, ran out of gas 10 feet from pulling it in the shop.
And we're still married.
Yeah, it's like, if you want adventure, that's
Renewed
adventure.
our vows in front of the little country church.
Yep, I did, I do, I will.
Yeah.
Got that done.
Got that done, he says.
Yep. Checked off. I'm good for another 18 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm tired. I think it's about time to go to the house.
Okay. I'm down.
Yep.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. It's a new day. Breakfast tacos in hand. And look who's here. Finley. It's his first time here. And he's excited, but he doesn't really know what's going on. He's like, why are we here? What are we doing? Where are all the crazy cats? It's time for more progress. We just stopped at O'Reilly and got a whole bunch of stuff. So we get to work. I locked it, sorry. Wow.
We're waiting for some new spark plug wires to come in, but for now we're going to put some spark plugs in. What do you think, buddy? You're just adventuring, checking it all out?
Aaron said I'm gonna change. Okay, yeah. That's okay. Aaron said that I was gonna change the spark plugs, and he was like, I'm wandering around the shop and I don't really know what I was looking for. I'm distracted. We're like wandering around this place, and then we try to talk to each other and it's like way over there, and I'm like, I can't hear you. Aaron's like, we need walkie-talkies. It's pretty funny. And Finley's here and he's just like, what the heck?
Yeah, so Emily's gonna do the spark plugs for us because she likes to get her hands dirty.
Does she now?
But also, I'm 41 years old now, and
Are you retired?
I'm kind of stiff. It's much more difficult for me to bend over and get in this.
Oh.
She's very limber.
I'm a spring chicken, literally a teenager.
She's a yoga master. I haven't learned that trick yet.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna try to find a light to light this area up for you.
Yeah. Okay, we have our forklift workbench here. All of our O'Reilly stuff and plugs. So I'm going to get on to removal of the old plugs. We found a cool little LED shop light situation. Thanks, Stuart. And we are gonna bang this out. Let's freaking go.
This one's oil fouled.
Honestly, these on this side were kind of loose.
This spark plug?
Yeah. Whoops. Number 3 is on the ground.
The plug itself fell or the wrench?
The plug.
So that spark plug was not firing. There would be some shiny bit on that electrode if it was firing. It is not. So that's one of our dead cylinders. So I'm about to change this coil and put it on the new one. And I noticed that these are loose. Some of these. You guys let me know. Is that a big deal? I would think, see there when I move it, that one? Mm-hmm. I would think that would cause some
Spark problems.
Yeah, I mean it.
Like jumping around, not being in a solid state.
I mean, I can change that gap if the rotor's there by like a lot by just moving that.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's really going to cause much of a problem, but you guys let me know. Just something I noticed. A little sandpaper on that one.
Number 7.
It's definitely rich. It was firing. You can see that little tiny bit of white there.
Yeah,
that's where the spark was coming through.
Okay, so that's a healthy.
That's a good one.
Firing.
What do you think? The way it was running, I'm thinking it was down at least 2 cylinders, and we found at least 2 plugs that were not firing at all.
We like finding stuff that's not right. Like if everything was just copacetic and healthy in the engine, we'd be like, what the heck, why is it doing what it's doing? So it's nice to find plugs that aren't super happy.
All smoking guns are mechanics' best friends.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna put some stuff on these spark plugs?
I'm making an Instagram post for Finley right now.
Oh,
He asked me to.
okay.
His paws don't work to type, so he told me what he wanted to say. He asked me to take his cute picture, and so now I'm just working for him. I'm his agent.
That makes sense.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. He's talking about how he likes his forklift seat. That's what he told me.
Nice. Okay, cool.
So he's enjoying that.
Yeah.
I lost my ratchet. Oh, it's right down there on the frame rail. I left it in a really good spot. First one done. I love these wide valve covers, these big block valve covers. They're so like beef.
Big.
Changing plugs on this thing's real easy. You like that? Okay, this side's done.
Doesn't have a vacuum advance. This is just an old mechanical. Throws the weights out. There's nothing wrong with that. But these are cheap. Those spark plugs alone could have been enough to make it run the way it did. That tank's good enough to run.
The fuel tank is?
Yeah.
So you looked at the bottom of it? Or?
Yeah, I can see it. I'm looking at our fuel tank here. You guys probably can't see, but it could be worse. See if I can help you with a little more light. There is junk in the bottom, but I don't see the tank all rusted out. So maybe putting a good filter on there, we can work this junk out of the bottom of it. We'll see. Looking here at our fuel tank. 8th month of 1967, came off a Mack truck. 50-gallon fuel capacity. Assuming the worst, 5 miles per gallon, we can go 250 miles between fill-ups. That is good enough for us because we're going like 20 miles, just from our yard to the dump.
That's freaking cool. Help ourselves.
So we gave it some thought. After looking at those plugs and knowing what I don't know about Edelbrock Carter carburetors, we decided to run up at the Summit and get us carburetor. So this is just a vacuum secondary, 600 C of film. I know big blocks, blah, blah, blah. They need 750, whatever. I think this does not need much fuel because it doesn't build much power. So we're gonna put a 600 C of film on it and cut the BS out. I don't want to be fighting this forever. I just want a new brain on it, new ignition on it, and then I want to go haul some dirt or something. Yeah. So we'll throw that on. Hopefully we don't have any trouble with the linkages and things like that, but if we do, we can figure it out.
That's after plug wires. This is a pretty little waterfall of plug wires.
Just got them lined up from longest to shortest.
Yeah.
They're all in. It's time to see if it'll start up. Hopefully this old junky carburetor doesn't mess up the new plugs very quickly.
Should we swing the doors open?
Probably. That's a lot better.
Huge difference. My teeth were like chomped together because I was waiting for a backfire because in this building it would be so loud. But dude, that was good. What'd you think, Finn? It woke you up? Okay. Man, that made a giant difference.
Yeah.
Plugs and wires, cap and rotor, dang.
Just checking to see if all the manifolds are hot. Make sure we don't smell the dead cylinder. It sounded pretty good.
Everybody on that side hot?
This side, we've got number 1 and number 7 are warm. They're not hot. This side's in good shape.
1 and 7. Okay.
Yeah, right here. Back up in here. It's warm though. It's producing heat. So I say we rip that bad boy off and
Pop the new one on.
yeah, get some fuel air mixture going.
I like it.
That's what I need.
That's what we want.
Yeah, because I can only go 30 miles an hour. That's exactly what I need.
Well, I think we might have that to blame, but
No.
this is definitely going to help.
No, it still wouldn't go over 30. It was bogging down. Screwdriver for me.
He's hitting the fuel prime there.
Pull those bowls up on the carburetor.
Beautiful.
Something didn't feel right with the gas pump. See if that's on the floor.
Okay. That's on the floor. Yeah, that's up. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good position right there.
I just had to look on the wrong part.
Yeah, that's plenty of travel there now.
I had to hook it backwards. Go. Yeah.
Little carb backfires, but
Okay, so that's going to be ignition timing. Or a vacuum leak on the intake somewhere.
yeah, that's the backfires from the front, not the back.
I'd much prefer the one from the front.
Me too. something's telling me clockwise on the distributor, but I don't know.
We'll do a 9/16 and loosen it. We'll just see if it's loose. Nope.
So the configurations would be a little bit different with this carb?
No, I think it's just running more lean now.
Okay.
It was so fat before, it was doing something different. But let's do a quick Google on if it's spitting back to the carburetor, which way we need to go, because I really can't remember. Oh, there it goes. Go back down a smidge.
Okay, rolling. He's right here. Dang thing sounds like a hot rod.
Good.
Sounds good.
Our final test is will it start. If I've got it too advanced, it'll That may change when the engine gets good and hot, but right now it sounds pretty good.
Heck yes.
I mean, it's good enough to throw a belt off accidentally.
It's good enough to go work.
We're probably up to 38 miles per hour now.
Yeah, with the horsepower, we just got to get that rear end to be able to kick into high gear.
Right. I'm going to tighten this dizzy back down.
Dude.
I am so pleased with that.
Holy cow. Me and my spoiled dog are very pleased as well.
This is definitely the happiest I've been all day.
Dude, that thing sounds great.
Yeah. Need one of these.
Yeah, it's leaking some air.
Go out to my dad's junkyard, see if he's got one. I'm just impressed with how good it runs. jack the idle up a little bit because I want the air compressor to run and keep up. That's 1,000 RPM. I wouldn't normally idle a carbureted gas engine at that. I'd shoot for 650, 700, but since we're running an air compressor, I want to try it at 1,000. It's stick shift, so I'm not worried about a torque converter or anything like that. So let me put it in gear and see if it tries to grind. Goes in just fine, so yeah. That's a different machine. That thing can go to work now. Give me a screwdriver, please.
Sure, flathead, yes.
Flathead. You're a 6-liter Ford.
Yeah, exactly. He went by with a horse trailer. How's the truck look from under there, like frame rails and stuff?
It's pretty dark in here, but from what I can see, it's at least $2,000 worth.
So we're gonna put like 3 or 4 inline filters.
Yeah, it's gonna need them. Probably just get some good gas in there and put some fuel treatment in it. Oh, you joined shot on the PTO. Yeah, it's gonna need one of those. Come back here and look at it.
Oh wow! It's just slipping around in those caps.
Yeah, if we run that much, it's gonna throw the huge one out. Here's the emergency brake that I was talking about. It's just like a band that goes around the drive shaft.
Interesting. That's cool.
Here's the wires that used to run our differential. The carrier bearing's in really good shape. The U-joints for the main drive shaft are good. This is our shifter for the rear differential. I just ordered a new button and a new wiring harness that comes back here. So that'll be here at the end of the week. This is where that plugs in, way up here. So maybe that wire wasn't it. It plugs in there, goes into the cab. And the one in the cab's all messed up. General Motors differential. But this shifter is an Eaton. Eaton is what I'm used to working on. That's what most big trucks have. Eaton or Rockwalls, but most of our truckers like the Eatons. There's the gooseneck ball.
It's just chilling up there.
Yeah. Frames look excellent. All of it looks really good. Just a little worn out U-joints and a bunch of leaking, but.
And so what about the brake chamber that you said was leaking? Do we?
We got to run it and build the air pressure up. But because that one's leaking up there, I bet it's leaking on the firewall.
Yeah, just losing its pressure up there.
Yeah, let's fire it up and check it. You hear that? We are a little bit too advanced. It kind of wavers before it turns over.
Yep.
We need to pull it back a little bit.
This brake chamber that I was just filming, Aaron walked back here and he's like, oh, it doesn't have a plug on the back of it, so we're gonna see if that's the problem. Do it again, babe, yeah. Watch it, it's gonna blow my hair. Yeah, that's it. It needs a plug.
Not even broken, somebody just robbed that plug for something else.
I see threads.
Yeah.
Like before I was even able to turn the camera around, you hit the brakes and it blew up my hair.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's it, we're gonna plug it.
Freaking totally.
I'm sure it's got other leaks, but that's a
Giant one.
that's where I'm losing most of it.
Oh my gosh. It's the same size?
We're about to find out. Looks like it to me.
Find your way?
No, the truck's in the way.
Dude. That's amazing.
Okay, let's try it again.
He's building air pressure now. Air pressure's built up and we're trying it.
Ready?
Yep. Well, I heard it, but I don't believe that it let any air out. It just did the air thing.
I can tell you it's working because I'm holding the pedal and the gauge is not moving.
Dude.
That was bleeding off like instantly. We're winning.
Those small but really important elements are so exciting to check off the list.
Find that air leak?
I feel like I'm moving it.
I think you're right.
I was feeling like it was this fitting where this, is this the hard line?
Yeah, that's a hard line.
I can't really see up there, but
Yep.
when I do this, It's somewhere
Yep.
with this hose, I think.
Yep. It's gonna be that rubber piece right there in your hand.
That's what I was thinking, like the fitting where it meets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need a new rubber line. No big deal.
Sweet. We have a viewer, Justin,
Yeah.
and his whole every one of his comments is a joke about catching my hair in the creeper, or catching my hair in anything. It started with the creeper, but now, even with this shop, he's like, Emily, I'm really nervous. There's a lot of opportunity to catch your hair in things.
And you did?
Yeah, I just caught my little ponytail in the creeper.
Yeah. So here's where we are. We fixed the major leak on the brakes. We have a small leak on a soft line that goes back to the air tanks. Runs excellent. We need to retard the timing a little bit. It's too advanced because when you cold start it, or when I say cold start, I mean it hasn't been cranked in a while and it's not up to operating temp. So don't think negative 12 degrees. So we need to fix that. We need new tires on it. And fingers crossed, the ones that we took off Optimus Prime will go right on here. Because those are 22.5, which is more appropriate for this truck. And they got good live rubber on them. Then we need to drop the oil out of it because I think it's earned an oil change.
Yes, I think so too.
For sure. And then, I mean, the belts are junk. I'm not gonna worry about that too much at the moment. Those will get replaced. What do you think? You think of anything? Wow. Oh, the building's backfired. Jeez. So what else?
Gosh, it's like, to me, the truck is like the exterior and even the interior. It's just so great. Like,
Yeah.
when you wash patina, it's not as satisfying as like washing something shiny.
Right, but,
Because this is
but we
recycled.
will liven this color up a lot.
Do you think we'll clear it?
I
Or
don't
like
know.
matte it?
Maybe a matte clear, just to keep it from rusting more.
Right.
But this is gonna liven up a lot. Like there's a lot of color left in this if we just get the haze off of it. But I think that's a pretty good target for today. It's Saturday. Those are some things we can knock out today. I think it's a good idea to do that. And I'm pretty excited. I'm not excited about loading those tires on the trailer,
No.
bringing them over here, putting them on the truck, but we have concrete, so it's gonna be easier.
True.
So,
We don't have to mount and dismount.
yep, so we'll see you back here after we go to our other shop and get all the goodies. Watch out, Finley. You better stay out the way. Box there.
I'm scared now. I think I should move that. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Put Finley in the truck.
I was scared for a reason. Oh my god! That was intense, man. That thing comes down like
That's the moment.
force.
Put it on the driver's side.
Okay.
I'm gonna back this thing down. There's a 100% chance this weighs more than I do.
Oh, that's the move right there. Yes. Yes, sir. Like what I grabbed at the shop. This is the centerpiece for the Peterbilt hood. The original piece that the guys polished for us. And it was just sitting out there, and I was like, ooh, I gotta take that to the other shop. That's gotta go on. We got the special bolts to install this. This would have been installed with rivets.
Yep.
But we got the special nut and bolt scenario from 4 State Trucks to be able to install it. So that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Heavy work's done. No, heavy work just started because we gotta freaking install them on the truck. Back at the shop with our good tires, ready to swap them out on the truck. So Aaron's got this one ready. We're gonna do the fronts first and then move to the back.
Check the kingpins.
Oh my.
Okay, go for it. That is a very, very worn out kingpin. Yep, kingpins are shot. Yep, we know how to fix that. No big deal. Righty Lucy. It's welded on. That is stuck. What in the world? All lug nuts are off. It's just welded to it. Find something to grab onto in there.
There we go, good job.
Thank you.
Don is just making you earn it a little bit.
It's still got half tread on this tire.
Wow.
Tread on half this tire.
Those kingpins being out made it wear
That's
so
exactly
unevenly.
what did that. Yep.
Now we are very interested to see if this lug pattern is going to be the same as the ones we took off of Optimus Grime. So cross your fingers. Educate me on a kingpin.
Okay, so this is your axle. This is the spindle. Kingpin goes all the way through here. It's the main thing that holds it together. It has bushings inside here and out here, and they wear out. So we got to take this off. There should be like a set bolt in it somewhere, probably right there. Drop that out. That's a wedge that holds the kingpin straight. And then with lots of effort, at least on the bigger trucks, this is like a medium-sized truck. From what I'm used to working on, we'll have to drive that kingpin out and then drive new bushings in. Until we get parts in, I'm not going to disable this thing, so we're just going to put a tire back on it.
Ooh, lefty-tighty.
Mm-hmm. That one's on. All the way up there, it's all the way around.
Winning.
Okay, so my torque wrench for lug nuts was supposed to come in yesterday, but it didn't show up. So it's getting the ugga-duggas again until I get my torque wrench in. Sorry, do what you gotta do. See bad.
My man's getting desperate.
Yep.
He's wanting to wedge something in there to pop that tire loose, or that whole wheel.
Yeah, I guess set the focus up on a tripod and get in there and turn the wheel for me.
Okay.
We'll try to do it without it running, but we can always crank it if we need to.
Okay.
Okay. You turn it. Bingo.
You are so brilliant.
No, I'm not brilliant. I'm lazy.
No, it's smarter, not harder is a saying for a reason. He's brilliant, y'all. Don't you agree? That's awesome.
It worked.
Dude, that was
We
great.
need power steering. I wonder what we're gonna do on the back though.
Cuss.
Cool. Wow, it already looks 1,000 times better. Just put some rubber on it.
It looks so much more loved.
And more modern wheels. When I see those other ones, the split rims, I'm just like, nah, that thing's old. Now I'm like, that's a truck.
It's a truck.
It's time for us to go get some lunch. It's probably past lunchtime, probably 2 or 3 o'clock. Emily and I forget to eat. Like, we just get busy and we literally forget to eat. That's how we stay skinny.
Okie dokie, I'm going to jump on the creeper and pull this oil drain plug so we can get this oil change done. Aaron's working on the back tires, so we are fed. We had lunch, so we are revived. It's like 3:30, so it's late lunch, but let's do this. Not big enough. My job is coming along nicely. Doesn't have the little divots for the teeth. It's just round. Just kind of rests in there. Checking the oil change off the list. We don't have many radiators that are like almost eye level. They're all down low. Just realizing this. It's not hot anymore, y'all. It's cooled down.
Yeah, we have one radiator that's over your head.
Yes.
Right back there.
You have to climb up on the whole situation. Time to add some coolant to this one. I don't even see any in there, so it may take more than just this jug, but who knows? And we've already tapped into the goodness, so it's not full. Getting some cool factor up in here. Hashtag Peak Squad. It ran cool yesterday though, right?
Yeah, I initially thought the gauge wasn't working, but then it was up at around 170 degrees after looking a little bit closer. It's hard to focus with all the pops and bangs.
Was it now?
Yeah.
Garfield was so scared he popped a tire. He thought he was getting shot at.
Yeah. Might have been. May have blown a piece of valve out of the exhaust of this and blew his tire. Yeah, that's probably enough.
I brought another jug. Do you want me to add more?
No, I think that's good. It's going to push some out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, quick question.
Yeah.
Is this an oil cap?
It is an oil cap and it doesn't fit this valve cover. I've already been messing with that and trying to put it on. They just had it setting up on there. So yeah, we need a different style. Yep, it's looking better.
Man, it really is.
I am digging. I'm gonna leave the breather off. I'm digging the rubber.
Man, this thing looks like a working truck now.
It is. It's about to be. I hooked the line up on the bottom of that original tank, so we're gonna run up to the gas station, which is just across the street actually, and put about 25 gallons in it, I think. And then when we get back from that, we'll put some kind of magic snake juice in there to help if there's any water or anything. And then hook it back up to the engine, because right now where it goes to the fuel pump, that's going inside the passenger seat. So we'll hook that back up to the original tank and see how long it takes us to stop up the filter.
Load up and go to the gas station.
Yes.
I'm gonna sit right in the middle next to my honey bun.
Oh yeah. I started doing that because it was backfiring so bad. I wanted to limit the shifts.
Yeah.
And pulling out in front of traffic, yeah, I'll take off. Maybe even in third. Let's try that.
Taking off in third.
It's really low geared, so it should be fine. And we're not loaded.
I'm ready to be loaded. Oh, this thing's running great. Dude, it's running so good. It would have been like, pow,
Yeah.
pow. How the brakes feel?
Very good.
Great. It's already external perfection. It just
Yeah.
needs mechanical restoration.
Doesn't need much. It's pretty good. Alright, put it in gear. I mean,
That's those kingpins that. Yeah, put the parking brake on in gear.
87. That's all this big block needs. Alright. Now we wait until our car shuts off. It's taking too much gas.
Glad Aaron didn't lose his life. He really likes these. It's even on.
Hey man, that was my underglow.
That's my underglow. Fueled up.
Yeah.
We're gonna take it around a handful of blocks. Not just the block, but just like a few blocks. Just to kind of
Yeah.
bebop around
As long as we
town
get
a
enough
little
gas
bit.
over there.
Oh, meaning like if it starts messing up? Because we don't have a bunch of inline fuel filters?
I'm running off that tank right now.
Oh.
I had to get gas in this before I hooked it up.
Oh, I thought you said you switched it over.
No, I just hooked the bottom up.
Gotcha.
Already going faster than our trip home. We're about to get on this little bit bigger road. Speed limit's like 45, so I can max this thing out and see what it'll do.
Yeah, we might could be speeders.
We might speed by 1 or 2 miles per hour.
Watch out. Oh, nice blinker.
Brand new car and the blinker's broken.
That's
Dadgum.
such a bummer.
How fast are we going?
Oh, oh my gosh. Woo! Make sure there's no ossifers around.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yeah, it feels like if I had high range, it would have no problem pulling itself. On the way home, when I put it in 5th gear, man, it just fell on its face.
Woo! Gotta get this little rear end fixed, but heck yeah.
I got parts ordered for it. Brand new harness and a switch for up here. And then if it's still broken, my dad said, I talked to him last night about the truck. He said, oh, I got one of those rear ends out here. Just come get whatever you need.
Heck yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That was awesome.
I like
Dude,
it.
it sounds nice.
Engine's nice and hot. Let's see how that timing's doing on the starter.
Yeah.
Yep. Need to retard it just a little bit. It's too advanced. Not a big deal. We'll just pull it back some. It's amazing what a difference carburetor and some plug and wires can do.
It's craziness.
Totally different machine.
Hey, bud. Hey, buddy. We came back for you, didn't we? Oh, you're excited. You're excited? Let's go see Dad. Come on. That is it on the progress front for us today. We got a lot done. The truck runs like a different machine. Tomorrow, we'll keep tinkering. See y'all then.
Well, I found this switch in the floor. I've ordered a new one of these, but I'm gonna see if this will, somehow I can hook it back up, just so we can do some testing. Being that this is a little melted, we're gonna have to really trace these wires super nice. This harness that goes back to the rear end can be bought, and I've ordered it, but it's gonna take a little bit to get here. But if I could get this installed and start tracing wires, then we might have a more clear picture of what's actually going on. I think I'm about to get on there and pull that shift motor, maybe that's what you call it. Wow, that snapped in, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm gonna get down there and pull that shift motor out. And this goes, they've been working on it. That goes there with like a hose clamp. Cool, let's go on the bottom and see if we can pull that shift motor out and make it work. There's a little arm in here. Think of it like a gear shifter. I don't know if it moves up and down or side to side, but it kicks it from high range to low range. There's a neutral in there as well. But this motor is not doing anything whenever I put power to it. So it grounds through the case itself. You put power to one side, 12 volts, and it'll be low range. The other side will be high range. I don't know which one's which, but we'll figure that out once we get going. But if I get this off, get it out there on the bench, I'm hoping I can take this apart, get that motor freed up and get it working. So it's got 3 bolts on it. Okay. Here's another bolt. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Maybe this will convince it. Yep. Okay. Okay. This moves less than I thought it would. That's neutral. That's either low or high. Back to neutral. Okay. So the rear end's working fine, so we just got to get this motor working. Okay. How does this work? So, started like, oh wow, there's bolts missing out of here and something's going on there. Looks like when that arm goes all the way to the driver's side, that's low range, because this was stuck in low range. A lot of bolts missing. When I talked to my dad on the phone, he said he got some of these rear ends out there, so if I can't get this working, then we'll go out there and get a motor from him. It looks like this thing's had a hard life. Okay. That's our shift mechanism. Lay that out just the way it came out of here. Get some jumper cables and hot wire this, see if we can make it work. There's a little shift mechanism. Cover that only had 3 bolts in it. So the way this works is you've got a motor here that turns. It spins this rod, or it's supposed to, which allows this to go up and down. Not a big fan of jumper cables that think they're smarter than I am. Okay, so got a little spark. Let's try the other side. I wonder if that motor itself is shorted out. Take these bits off. Let's see if I can get that shaft out. And that'll give me a clear picture of the motor, and I can see if I can get that motor turning. So far, it looks like a pretty simple device. Not too complicated. Wouldn't surprise me if that electric motor just froze up. It's especially if they were using it on the farm and never got in high range. And then it sat a while. That's feeling spring loaded, so we'll keep our eyeballs open. The mechanism itself, the shift fork works. This is all free. When I turn it, it moves on that gear and the motor turns freely. All right, so why would that not be functional? All right, so when it goes too far one way, it breaks the contact right here. I'll see if I can get you in there and show you. I'll slide this back the other way. That side doesn't fully break contact like the other one. So it's got a limiting switch in here so you can't, like when you flip the switch, you can't go too far. I suppose if this was in here pulling against that plastic, then yeah, it does break the circuit. I can see it right there. Emily, can you give me a hand real quick? You see when I turn this, our little shift mechanism moves. See how it's moving down on that shaft? So that's functioning. Here is the limiter switch. See the contact is broken right there. I need you to film right there in the corner. We push it this way and it breaks the contact there. So that's all working correctly. So now we have to figure out why this motor's not working. And it is turning, it's not locked up. So we just got to figure that out. And that does nothing. Oh, got a little spark there. It's the first sign of life we've had. I got to pull that motor out and see if I can take it apart. Cool. Definitely going to be a run to the parts store to get bolts. It's missing a lot of them. And the ones that are there aren't tight.
Exciting. Ooh. Let me see, get a shot of that spinning like that. Wow.
So this one goes this way. That one goes that way. Okay. Here's what I think happened. It grounds through the case, and this only had one bolt in it. So I think we get bolts in there, and it's gonna be working.
Man, it's crazy how important grounds are.
Wait a minute. What was that?
Little nipple or a stud off something?
A piece of aluminum. Okay, well, I'm gonna clean this up, put some silicone on it, put the motor back in, and I'll check back in with you here in a minute.
I was just looking at this plate and these nipples that like go onto that plate are what broke off, I think. This guy is one of those guys. Yeah. Those wires be faulty?
Yeah, of course. What's going on in here? I took this main harness off, thinking maybe those were corroded. All right, now in theory, this one should not work, and it does not. So what we'll do is we'll go in here and manually switch this limiter switch. Now that one should work. Perfect. So we clean these two connections up and reassemble it, and it'll be working. And unplug those jumper cables because I'm about to throw them in the trash can. I have no clue why you need something like this on a set of jumper cables. If you're dumb enough to plug it up backwards, you deserve the results of your labor. By the way, it's Sunday morning. Welcome to Flying Sparks Garage.
Man, I tell you, Aaron woke up just ready to go. We've got the diagnostics on the rear end done, and he said, all right, I'm moving to the cab. So let's see what he's got here.
So here's my switch. I put it back on. Now I need to test wires on it. So on this switch, we're gonna have one main source coming in, which is probably this red one. Then when you flip it, it'll either send power to one of these two. So you got one of these is going to be high range, one of these is going to be low range. So if we could determine whether we have any power up here, that would be a starting point. Nothing right now, but the key isn't on. Nothing. Nothing. So, oh, wait a minute. Only got 2 wires coming in here. They cut something. Oh, there she is. A black one right there. So if I could figure out where they, oh, this is it. I got it plumbed into this guy. Still no power. I'll just get their little rigging out of the way. Because my wires on my little motor back there are green and black, I'm assuming the red is the main feed. So I'll track that back, figure out where it's supposed to come from. If I can't make it make sense, I'll just come from the back of the switch and supply that. We can test here to see what this switch does. If I'm right, this top one would be the power source. Having a hard time finding wiring schematics on this, so I'm just trying to figure it out. Okay, so that one's grounded. No, it's not. But that one is. Okay, our main feed is the center one, and this switch is functional. Okay. We have to go get some bolts for that motor back there and some silicone. We'll deal with this when we get back. If it starts without pumping the gas. Typical carburetor 2 pump. Nice. Cool.
Cold start pretty good.
Yeah. Easy. Had too much coffee, I think. Getting excited.
We've been doing this since we were teenagers, haven't we?
Yep. These same bolt bends. Easy disassembly. That's what I want, because I often take my projects back apart. Oh, the rain's starting. It just started raining outside. Do you hear me? It's raining outside. It's not raining like where I'm trying to work. Because I'm in a building with my dump truck, not getting rained on. Awesome. Okay, got both our gaskets made. So that went all the way over, but it didn't shut itself down. Maybe that goes the other way, and that's what actually trips it. Let's try that. Yeah, that's what it is.
He got it. We just tested it.
Yep.
And it's working. Oh my gosh. Babe,
Yeah.
that one made you earn it.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to hook the main fuel tank up now.
Okay.
Then we'll go test the,
get the boat tank
2-speed.
out. Oh my gosh.
It's working. Now, see if I can hook this fuel pump into the main tank. There's a pump. I'd really like to put a filter in line with this, but we need to go buy one. I now have what I think is the hose hooked up back to the main tank that we put 20-something gallons in yesterday. So I say we open the doors, fire it up, but first I'm gonna go wash this gasoline off. And we'll see how long it takes to prime itself, I guess.
This is one area of the new shop that we are really excited about, and I'm stoked to get it all spiffied up and tidy. But actually being able to wash your hands in the shop,
Who would have thought?
like we've never had that.
No.
We've always had to go in the house or just use the water hose. So
Usually the water hose.
it's just simple. It's a simple pleasure.
And the water hose is not at the shop. We
Right.
still have to walk to our house to use the water hose
Yeah.
outside. It's not that far, but it makes a difference just being able to walk over here.
So silly. Okay, I'm gonna go open doors.
Thank you. I just adjusted our timing a little bit. It may be a little more sluggish now, but it should be easier to start. So I don't have a timing light to put on it or anything like that, but we'll just do it by ear for now.
Donna's running. Time to take her on a test drive. Sun's back out.
Clear right, clear left.
Yep, clear.
Not loaded, so I'm probably only going to split fifth gear just to see if it works.
So when you're in high versus low, you don't stay in high. You start in low and then you shift it for each shift.
That's an option because this truck, the GVWR on this truck is like 30-something thousand pounds, and it's a little motor, so you need as many gears as you can get.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna try for high gear. That's it.
Oh yeah.
You just flip the switch and then let off the gas and it goes in the next gear.
How freaking awesome is that? Yeah, it's cruising and it's like at a really nice RPM right now.
Yeah. So we're slowing down. Let's try to downshift it.
Okay.
Button's going down. I didn't like that. Shifted into neutral. There it went. Okay. It's all fine. It got hung in between them because I did something wrong. From low to high, shift axle to high.
From high to low, shift transmission before shifting axle.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, we know it works. Now it's just a matter of me learning how to use it.
it's kind of tricky.
Fifth gear. Now we'll shift into high range. There it went. Let's go to fourth gear. Now let's try to shift the transmission down. Now,
Okay, yeah.
you gotta flip the throttle to get to the seat.
Yep.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah. This is fourth gear, right?
Yeah. Now that's fifth. That's as fast as she goes. I could have wound it out more, but I think 50 is about it.
We'll take it.
Now we do have one of the brake cans leaking.
That
Is
was
it?
a leak.
Once we put that plug in it wasn't doing that anymore. Where it just releases all the pressure when you hold the brake.
Oh, it's doing that now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
one more problem, but one problem checked off the list.
Yeah.
We have high range now.
It shifts and she does 50 miles an hour. That's about all you want, I think, on this whole truck.
Dude, great job.
Thank you. We're a lot less likely to get shot. Going 35, that makes some people mad. Cool.
And we're less likely to make people feel like they're getting shot at because the truck
Right.
runs good now.
Yeah, we're gonna go get some clear fuel filters. That way we know what's going on with that tank. But it's running on the main tank. It's got rubber on it. It runs like a champ. We have high-low range. The bed works. $2,000 truck. I don't think it's worth $2,000 anymore.
No,
I think it's worth $2,100 now.
it's worth a lot more than that to me. I adore this truck.
So I went and got me a little sediment and water separator here. I think this is a good primary filter coming from this tank before it goes up to the fuel pump. I'm also going to put a fuel filter up on the carburetor, like one of the little clear ones. But for now, we're going to get this hooked up. The flow goes this direction, so we need to hook fuel tank into here, and then that needs to go up to the fuel pump. So I'm going to start working on that. I got me a filter. We are going to pay attention to the arrow. I made the mistake on my Mercedes. We're just going to cut the fuel line and put that in line. Okay, let's fire it up and see if we can prime this fuel system.
Well, it is safe to say that we have a very cool new dump truck, and we had such a great anniversary despite all of the issues that we had, hurdles that we jumped over. It was a fun day.
It was a really good time, and not only does the truck look super cool, it's going to be really useful, so we're very excited about it.
I tried really hard to get it legal this week because we do these like weekly adventures, right? And we do weekly uploads. I wanted to get it legal and us be able to go use it at the end of this episode, but we were not able to do that. And I'm bummed out because I really wanted to go get some rock and put it in the driveway that's all muddy at the original shop. But we have a very useful tool now, and you guys will see us use it and probably break it and get to fix it again.
Right.
Who knows? But I hope you guys are stoked on the dump truck. We sure are, and we're so excited about this new building and wrenching in a big space that can hold big projects like this. So we hope y'all are stoked on it too. And be sure to stay tuned because we have new merch. We're trying to be better about merch. We did really good pushing it for a while. We sold out and then we needed to reorder. So we've just made another merch order. We've got an Optimus Grime shirt and a Donna the Dump Truck shirt.
Oh yeah.
And we kept the Garfield shirt because that was a fan favorite. So pretty soon there will be new merch on the site. Get stoked about it, and we'll see y'all on the next episode.